In the heart of Abuja, where the city lights danced like fireflies and the nights whispered secrets, there lived a woman named Amara. She was beautiful, strikingly so. Her skin glowed like polished bronze, her eyes held the heat of distant stars, and her walk drew gazes without her trying. Men called her many names, but most knew her simply as Velvet. She wore stilettos like a crown and perfume like armor. At 26, she had lived fast, loved hard, and sold herself to survive. Some judged, some envied, but none knew her story. Orphaned at 14, homeless by 16, recruited by 17. By 20, she had an apartment in Maitama and a wardrobe fit for a senator's wife. But inside, she felt hollow, like a glittering glass full of dust. One night, after a high-paying client left her hotel suite, Amara stood by the window, watching the city pulse below. She felt tired, not in body, but in soul. She whispered to the night, "Is this all I'll ever be?" That same week, she passed by a small church in Gwarimpa. The sign outside read, "Come as you are, leave changed." On a whim, or perhaps something deeper, she walked in during a Wednesday prayer meeting. She wore red lipstick and a backless dress. The stares were sharp, but the pastor's voice was kind. "Grace is not earned," he said. "It's received." Amara sat in the back. She cried silently. Weeks turned to months. Slowly, she kept coming. She gave up clients one by one. She sold her designer shoes to pay rent. She started working part-time as a receptionist in a logistics company. The job was modest, but her peace was new, and it was real. She joined a women's fellowship. They didn't care who she had been, they cared who she was becoming. One evening, after a church event, she met Chike, a tall, gentle software engineer with kind eyes. He didn't recognize her from her past, only from Bible study. Their friendship grew. He saw her strength, her journey, her resilience. 3 years later, they were married in a simple outdoor ceremony. She wore a modest white dress, barefoot in the grass, her hands raised in worship as a choir sang Amazing Grace. Now, Amara runs a foundation that helps vulnerable girls in the city, girls who remind her of who she once was. She speaks at shelters and schools, not with shame, but with a testimony. In the city where she once sold her body, she now gives hope. And every time someone asks about her past, she smiles and says, "I was once lost, but grace found me."